Now, firstly, before I forget, this group is going to start at 8 o'clock sharp. Next group about 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, we break. 1 hour for lunch, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. People have to have places to go. I have a flight that starts at 8 o'clock. Now this that you see it's taught, lots of people do it. It's called sawing of the horse's mouth. That isn't how to put a horse on the bit. It's what I call a cheap trick. It's very crude. You make a horse's mouth dead, you overflex a horse. You don't put a horse on the bit with your hands. You put a horse on the bit with your legs. But this is very fashionable today because it's a cosmetic quick fix, like that bay horse of Hannah's I rode yesterday that's grossly overflexed, very heavy on the forehand. It's what's called false. Ask those boys out there to be quiet. Ask those boys out there to be quiet. When I'm here in this property, quiet. Walk out there, ask those boys to be quiet. Or move over. Very distracting. Very distracting. Little discipline left in America. You look at the television and you'll see what's happened to the country. That's lack of discipline. Everybody has to be comfortable. Everybody's entitled, no matter whether he works or doesn't. I don't adhere to that culture. Ask those guys outside. Ask those guys outside to be quiet. I don't start teaching you people. So this is something you want steady contact. I talked to you yesterday, contact has criteria. That a straight elbow to the horse's mouth is the first criteria of contact. The second is perfectly steady. Next is definite. There's definite pressure when the horse is on the bit, yet it is a supple pressure. So it is straight, steady, definite, supple. That's contact. And contact is hard to teach and hard to achieve. Now, just with this trigger finger, you get that horse up here, that brown horse back there. Get up here. Get up here. If your horse is antsy, just walk on a circle there. With that trigger finger, just check your girth. Don't tighten your girth. Just check your girth with that trigger finger. First things first. Second, make habits. Second, adjust your stirrups, even if it's a hole longer, that you get this habit. There's lots of you used to have a chair seat because you don't lengthen and shorten your stirrups. But you're for the flat work, your stirrup is about a hole or two longer than the jumping. Is that what you have daily? What was your first name? Nina. Yeah, you've got to sharpen up a little bit. You've got to sharpen up. This was Ann, right? Those elastic stirrups, I'm not crazy about. Now put your stirrup at a right angle to the girth, and about a quarter of your foot is in the stirrup. Now adjust your seat to the front, weight your heel down and in back of the girth. That's it. Don't grip too much, Ann, with that upper leg. Ina here, we have Daly over here. I know this girl over here, Wendy. Who is you? Brooke? Do I make you nervous? Well, I should. This is the horse's withers. I want your hands over the withers, about here, so I see a straight line elbow to the mouth. Don't drop your hands. And teachers teach that correct. What was your first name? Leah. Leah. If he's antsy, walk on a circle there. Get this type of stirrup, Leah, without that rubber hinge in it, that I don't like that too much. You're Jessica. Don't grip with your upper leg. Relax that up. The heel go down and in. Jessica Jennifer, right? I got it right. Your hands a little closer together. Now, this is an acceptable stirrup. This is different. This doesn't have that rubber hinge. This is called a safety stirrup, and if you got hung up, would break. It's appropriate mostly for children, I would say 12 and under. But it's all right. I'm not going to take it away from you. It's all right. This isn't a hinge. Stop that stupidity over here. No treats. That's a different principle. That elastic is to break if somebody gets hung up in the stirrup. That's a safety stirrup, very appropriate, mostly for children, but if adults have it, you would let them have it. That's not that rubber hinge that I push on the stirrup. The stirrup bends. That, in principle, is very incorrect. The stirrup should be an anchor and give you maximum support. When you push on the stirrup and heel, the ankle bends. The ankle bends, not the stirrup iron bends. I don't know how they suckered you all to buy them, because the principle is wrong. Now we have to get this group with their horses, instead of which is fashionable and taught today, behind the motion. You want behind the motion for dressage riding. You want behind the motion on occasion with a stopper or a very green horse like Wendy has, when necessary, to open your hip angle, straighten up, lean back a little bit, and hit your buttocks. You want that ability to do that for those times. It is not as smooth as with the motion. It's not as easy on the horse's back as with the motion. Being what is called a head of the motion, that's never correct. That's where the ride is too far forward or too far up out of the saddle. That's called a head of the motion. Now, this is an exercise to get you jumping with the motion, and we use a posting trot. A posting trot is exactly the same principle as jumping. The thrust of the horse throws the rider forward and up, out of the saddle. The thrust of the horse. Now we'll be at a slow sitting trot, which is upright. I say posting trot. First you get in position at this hip angle here. You close it. You control your upper body at your hips, not your shoulders. So at I say posting, close that hip angle, get in position like a squat. Like a squat, you put the horse into a posting trot with your legs, and the thrust of the horse throws you forward and up. Posting should be effortless. There shouldn't be any indication, which you see today, with a rider doing the work. The horse does the work. Put your horses to the left at a slow sitting trot. Separate, separate, separate. Slow sitting trot. Now the rider is close to the vertical. Look up and ahead, people. You're close to the vertical. Now posting trot. You first get in position by leaning forward. The hip angle is closed. Let the horse do the work. Keep your post low. That's it, Jessica. What was your first name again? There, raise your hands. I want your hands up and over those horses with it. Now put your horse to a slow sitting trot. Slow sitting trot, straighten up a little there, Sheila, straighten up a little at a slow sitting trot. Posting trot. Now they first get in position by leaning forward. Keep the impulsion of their horse with their legs. And when you go, that girl constantly hit wings because she doesn't pay attention. Go fix that jump. Don't hit that wing over and over again. Don't hit that wing. Now slow sitting trot. Sink. Don't sit, sink into that saddle. Straighten up. Keep those hands up over that horse with their hand. Posting trot. Shift to the front. Produce the impulsion with your legs. Let the horse do the work at a posting trot. Keep those hands up over the horse with the perfectly even and symmetrical and steady. Check that diagonal there, Wendy. Okay, bring your horses back in. Twist that stirrup, Sheila, like I did it. See, this is how simple and quick teaching is. Give people the theory. That's called explanation. Application is practice. The teacher gives correction, and what gives the habit is repetition. This exercise took 3 minutes. The exercise does the work. The exercise took about 3 minutes, and it gives them the feel and the experience of with emotion for jumping. For jumping. This is for jumping, not just for flat riding. What's an opening or a leading rein? Brooke, what is an opening or leading rein? It's the same thing. Pick up your hands. Pick up your hands. Don't drop your hands. No, it goes to the side. It goes to the side. There isn't backward pressure. It opens to the side. This gives the direction to the horse. Controls the horse's shoulders. Now, with your right hand, bring your right hand out to the side. Just your right hand, not too high, Wendy, with the leading rein. Bring it out a little lower. Now bring your hands back together. Left opening rein. So this is why this girl hits that wing, or hits that wing all the time, because you don't have that in your habit. Your opening rein is your first rein aid. It precedes the indirect rein, which is a neck rein. The indirect rein and the neck rein push the horse's shoulders in the opposite direction. This precedes that. It's called a leading or opening rein. Now we're going to start to the right. When you get to this, over to this corner, you're going to come in over those poles by opening your right hand. You take the horse back out to that letter over by that corner, left, and this is called a broken line. Over this side, you can come in, duplicate it. We'll take one of these poles here. You can duplicate it on both sides and incorporate these cavalettes. Take this one here. Okay, go to your right. Put your horses at a posting trot to the track. We'll start, Jennifer, with your horse after the short side. Open the right rein and turn the horse over those poles. And after those poles, open your left hand and take the horse gradually back to the track. This doesn't have to just, Jennifer, it doesn't have to be leg yielding. Just make a simple turn. Now, teachers, what I want to see in this corner, their right hand goes to the right. This is what is called the first rein effect. When the horse goes straight ahead, bring your hands together, and then after those poles, left hand. Open that left hand to the left. Your outside left hand here lets the horse turn, then limits the turn. The outside left rein lets the horse turn, diagonal, Sheila, lets the horse turn. Open that right hand. Open that right hand, give with that left hand. And you open that left hand, yield with that right hand. She has good coordination of her hands. She has it. She has it. Raise your hands a little. There, she has it good. She has opened that right hand. Yield with that left hand. And right here with your right leg, ask your horse to bend. Put your stirrup, Jennifer, a little closer to your toe. Open that right hand, yield with that left hand, weight those heels. She has it good. She has it good. Now they go straight over those poles. They open that left hand, yield a little with that right hand, and turn. This, people, is the simplest way to turn a horse, and it is indispensable on colts. You have to have this rein effect. Open that right hand. That's it. You have to have this on colts. Now back together. Now open it. Now, Jennifer, back together with those hands. Open that left hand. Good. Back to your track and go straight ahead. Put that pole back for me there. Sit your trot. Sit your trot. Drop your stirrups. Drop your stirrups. Check if the horse is straight. If the horse is straight, the top line, the axis of the horse is straight on straight lines. We have a short straight line and a long straight line, and a short straight line and a long straight line. If a horse is straight on a curve, the horse is bent according to that curve. This horse is bent a little opposite that curve, Leah. The top line of the horse is bent, head to tail, like this one, with the right hand, the right leg. The horse is bent, and accordingly, this one's bent. Raise your hands, Nina. To teach you is like pulling teeth. This horse is bent around her right hand, right leg. This horse is bent around, hands together. Shorten your reins, Jennifer. This horse is bent around the right hand, right leg. If the horse is properly bent, he is considered straight. He's considered straight. Now the tracking, there's other parts of straightness, is the right hind tracks the right front. Watch the horse's feet here. Pick up your right hands, and with your inside right leg, that's it. Ask the horse to bend with that right leg there, Leah. But you watch of those horses, right hind, right front, left hind, left front. As the horse is straight, as the horse is bent, the tracking is the same. You watch Wendy with your outside leg, the horse doesn't swing out. Steady contact. Hands higher, that's it. Pick up your stirrups, pick up your stirrups. Pick up your stirrups, fish with your toes, fish with your toes, and after you have your stirrups, posting trot. Twist that stirrup band, that is in a shocking position there. Twist your stirrup so the stirrup is at right angles to the girth. There, pay attention there. Nina, twist that stirrup. The stirrup is quite well twisted here. Now this is posting with the motion. The hips are closed. The upper body is about 30 degrees forward. Jennifer, that heel is driven down. Lean forward, Nina, a little bit. And post with the motion. She has it well, Sheila. Get that heel down as best you can. Push that heel down. Twist that stirrup so it's at right angle to your horse's girth. Sit your trot, sit your trot. And in your slow trot, half turn. Half turn is a semicircle. You go back to the track on a 45-degree, half turn, that's it. Drop your stirrups, drop your stirrups. And check people, horses are able to bend left as they are to bend right. The horse is bent by the inside leg. The horse is bent by the inside leg of the girth. The outside hand lets the horse bend. Outside leg goes back. That horse is a little better in that corner. Think bending of your inside leg. The axis, the top of the horse is bent, and his hind legs keep tracking the front legs. Left hind, left front, hands higher. Close those fingers, Jennifer. Shorten that rein. Take a definite contact with the horse's mouth. Yes, that's just there with that left leg. The horse's neck shouldn't be overbent. The horse shouldn't be bent what is called in front of the wither. The horse should be bent in his body, in his ribs, in his back. Now straighten a few strides here, Jessica, and in every corner, put that left leg on him, Leah. Put that left leg, raise those hands, and keep those hands steady. Ask that horse to bend with that left leg. That's it, Sheila. Pick up your stirrups, pick up your stirrups. Once you have your stirrups, posting trot. Jessica will start with those cavaletti over here, left turn. Now concentrate on your leading rein. Open that left hand there, Sheila. When the horse is straight to it, bring your hands together. Just after that second pole, open that right hand and teach your horses that leading rein. Now she opens that right hand, takes that horse back to the track. Close your fingers there, Jennifer. That's it. Open that right hand daily a little bit. Your horse is back in. Take that horse again, Anne, your round horse. We'll just go over here, Brooke, so we have a little space here to work our horse. What did I do with those stirrups? But I went up. What did I do? Go up? Up 2. What did you do? No. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was number 12. Okay. One, two. There we go. No, those are good. What produces impulsion on a horse's leg? See, now I take my leg off my horse just with my seat, my upper body, I produce impulsion. Is it working? Is it working? No. I tell you it works, but it doesn't work. Your seat reinforces your legs and hands, your back and seat, but it doesn't replace your legs. Impulsion is a spur. Impulsion is a stick. Impulsion is a cluck, not your seat. Now, posting is effortless. But first, I have to get with my horse. This is what it looks like for dressage or saddle horses posting behind. You hit the buttock. It's a buttock relationship with the saddle. And this is correct for dressage. This is correct on a balky horse for short periods of time. But look how taxing that buttock is on the horse's back. Right here, his loins. And a horse's back and loins are very weak and very fragile. You want to stay over the back, the withers, the back is here, the loins here. This is the strong part of the bridge. You want to stay over that, especially fast work. You want to stay over the strong part of the bridge. Now, look how different this is. But first I have to get in position. He's had that Ann on top of him, and he goes pooping, and she lets him stop. This is what it looks like posting with the horse. And at any time, I can get into balance. This is what it looks like. It's effortless. The horse does it. The thrust of the horse throws me forward and up out of the saddle. Now, watch my right hand. This gives direction to the horse. It is called the leading or opening rein. Watch my hands work. Back together, Jennifer. Now, the left one. Out to the side, not backward traction. Gives direction to the horse and starts to soften him laterally. The top of the horse, make the horse straight by bending. Make the horse, now he's absolutely straight. We get to a curved line like a corner. The head to the tail is on an arc. Also pay attention if the horse is tracking straight, that his right hind is in back of his right front, and his left hind in back of his left front. That's straightness. That's straightness. This is bend. This is straight. This is bend. At the top of the horse is on a perfectly even arc. Now this is incorrect, where the horse is bent in front of his wither. You'll see his neck is bent much more than his body. Randy, this is what you do.
Very nice.
Where are my hands? Up. My hands are up. They're steady, supple, very definite contact. Work the horse with your legs.
Fantastic.
Leg yield like we did yesterday. And the horse on the forehand like we did yesterday. Get the horse responsive and working from the legs. Just like we did yesterday. Leg yield. The horse moving in his hind quarter. And on the forehand. Now, how to canter is very important. Keep the horse on that basic frame, inside leg, outside rein. Slight flexion with the inside hand to get the horse off the inside. So slight, not this, what you do to canter with a very crooked horse, but just his head is tilted to the inside. Your inside leg gives impulsion, your outside leg is back, giving direction and step. Watch the give and take. Hands are intermittent. They don't hang. They rate the horse, balance the horse with that great principle of riding, give and take. Take, 2, 3, give a little. Take, 2, 3, give a little. And the horse will soften. Don't drop your hands. Make the horse straight with a little shoulder in. Slight flexion to the right rein. Slight. Inside leg, ask him to go forward. Outside leg back controls his haunch. Inside leg, outside rein. Watch when I stop him, watch my hands come up a little bit, getting the horse off his forehand.
Yep.
I have to teach him this. Okay, you take him back. That didn't hurt him. So the horse people always must be in front of your legs. He has to think forward. When I stop him, he's got to think forward. That's called impulsion. When I back him, he's got to think forward. Light to the legs, light to the legs, in front of the legs, all times in front of the legs. You see the horse is bent, Randy, but his neck is quite stiff and straight. In front of the horse is with us, he's not broken, he's not overbent. That lets the axis from the top of his head to the back of his tail on an exactly even arc, head to tail, exactly even arc. This is very common today, where the horse broken and the horse escapes to the outside shoulder, the horse cross canters and swaps leads. Don't screw him up. Don't screw him up. Okay, take your horses to the left. Here's your crop band. So I said yesterday, and everything on a horse, your horse is kept in support on diagonal aids, inside leg, outside rein, and everything. That's your basic control, inside leg, outside rein. Now forget the front of the horse. Keep the front of the horse straight. Put your outside leg back a little. Close your inside leg and canter. Don't overflex the horse. Good, Sheila. Don't pull on that left rein. Don't overflex that horse to the left. Walk. You have to have tact and patience, and from your inside leg, keep the outside rein, kata. Soft legs, good Wendy, good. Soft legs. You have to practice this different transitions and a
Cranky puss.
walk. As you take your horse backward, slightly raise your hands. Don't drop your hands on the wither. And kata. Inside leg. That's it. That's a straight one, Jennifer. Good job. Keep those hands up over the horses with the daily. Very, very even. Walk. Walk. Lift him in front there where he gets very heavy. And kata. Inside. That's it, Rook.
I don't think she knew he was
Now a
talking about
supple arm, a supple elbow with the contact in the kata. Sit your saddle daily. Sit your saddle. If people ask kata, you sit your saddle. Walk. Don't drop those hands. Lift. Lift a little the forehand. Lift a little the forehand. And kata. Inside leg. Outside leg back. Good girls. That's it. If the horse shakes that head, Jessica, don't drop your hands. It's a good position of your hand. Walk. Outside rein. Outside rein. Good. Super, Jessica. And kata. Keep the horse quite straight. Inside leg. Supple contact. Sit that saddle. This little horse outside rein, Jennifer. See how slow. See how slow. Walk. Don't drop those hands. Lift the forehand. Lift the forehand. And kata. Inside leg. Lay it in. That's it. Keep those hands up. And supple. Supple in the elbow. Supple. That's it daily. Now people get up in a galloping position, 2-point contact. Keep the horse on the inside leg. Keep the horse on the outside rein. Weight that heel there, Sheila. 2-point contact, 2-point contact, slow gallop, 2-point contact. Keep the horse straight with that inside leg, outside rein. Keep that horse straight with that inside leg, outside rein. As you get to the short side, feel you're pushing the horse into that outside rein with your inside leg. That's it, and supple elbow. So that's it, supple. Weight that heel, Jessica. Weight that heel, weight that heel. Keep the horse on the inside leg. Keep the horse on the outside rein. As you get to that short side, your inside leg softly pushes your horse to the outside rein. Now slightly lengthen on the long side, and the short side shorten. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. On the short side, slow, and the long side, a little faster. Right here, Sheila, with your